Good morning, afternoon, or whenever you open this. Welcome to this crazy online. We're going to walk through a couple problems. I'm going to use the Think Up book, but then I'm going to post the questions, so don't worry about having to have your books or have any of that with you at home. So we're going to go through this question right here. Susie kept a chart of how much time she spent playing tennis for 3 days. Okay, so you can see in the chart, it gives the time. Her friend Lewis played tennis for a total of 7 hours during the same time period. How much longer did Lewis play than Susie? So I'm going to create an up-C chart to kind of help me out. I'll leave the problem where it can still be seen. Okay, for my understand. Okay. Susie played for 3 days. And what is the difference between Susie and Lewis? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is convert 3/2 from an improper fraction to a proper fraction. Then I'm going to make an EFT for those fractions so that we have the same denominators before we add them. Then I'm going to add Susie's time and then subtract to find the difference. Okay, so we're going to convert 3.5, which equals, I can make one whole group of 2 out of 3, and that leaves me 1 left over, so 3 equals 1 and 1/2. So now I know that I'm adding 1 and 1/2 plus 2 and 1/4 plus 1 and 5/6. So I'm going to make those EFTs for 1/2, 1/4, and 5/6. Okay, so 1/2 is 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, 5/10, and 6/12. So now for 1/4, 1/4, 2/8, 3/12. Then for 5/6, 10/12. So there I can see that I have my common denominator for all of these. Don't forget your whole numbers. So 1.5 is 1 and 6/12 plus your 2 and 3/12 plus 1 and 10/12. So add up all of your fractions first. So 6 plus 3 plus 10 equals 19/12. Okay, add up your whole numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So you have 4 and 19/12. I can make a whole number from 19/12. I can make one group of 12 from 19. I'm going to subtract that, which I'm going to add that to over here as one whole. So now I have 5 and 7/12. I cannot simplify that any further, so I'm going to use that to subtract from 7. I've used all my space here, so I'm going to use up a little of the evaluate in order to subtract from 7. So 7 minus 5 and 7/12. So I know I don't have any of fractions, so I'm going to have to borrow one whole. So that becomes a 6 and 12/12. So let me write that next to each other so you can see it. 6 and 12/12 minus 5 and 7/12. Okay, subtract your fractions first. 12 minus 7 is 5. Your denominator is still 12. 6 minus 5 is 1. So 1 and 5/12, which you see here, over here for H, is the difference between Susie and Lewis. So for my evaluate, I can put Lois played 1 and 5/12 hours longer than Susie. Okay, so let's go on to the second question. Turn my page here as well. Okay, for this question, Gina had 5 meters of decorative cord. She cut a length of cord that was 9/10 meters long. She cut another length that was 1.5 meters long, or 1 5/10 meters long. She gave the rest of the cord to her mom. How many meters of cord did Gina give to her mom? Okay, so again, we're going to create an UPSI chart for that question. Make sure you can still see the question to the side. Probably should have given myself more in the solve this time than I did the last time. Okay, so what I understand is there's 5 meters total to start with. She cut 9/10 meters, and then she cut again another 1 5/10 meters, and then gave the rest to mom. So we need to know, how much did mom get? We do not have to convert anything because all of it is in meters. So meters, 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 so I don't have to convert millimeters, centimeters, none of that. So I'm going to subtract 5 minus 0 and 9/10 equals A. Then I'm going to subtract from A minus 1 and 5/10 will give us the remaining left over, and R equals remaining. if I spelled that correctly, probably. Okay. So I'm going to set up my problem for subtraction, 5. And since I don't have anything in the tens place, I'm going to go ahead and put a 0. Not change the value, and then I'm going to subtract the 0 and 9/10. Okay. Bar for my neighbor, that becomes a 4. And this becomes a 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Since it's subtraction, the decimal stays in the same place. 4 minus 0 is 4. So now I can take, so this is A. So now I can take 4 and 1/10 and then subtract 1 and 5/10 to give us the remaining. So I still need to borrow this 3 holes. This 4 holes becomes 3 holes. And this becomes 11/10. So 11 minus 5 is 6. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So this is our remaining that she gave to her mom. So Gina gave her mom 2 6/10 meters of cord. Okay, and there's my answer right there for C. Now you can go into your assignments, kind of work your way through those as well. And then there's 5 questions, and you'll have the week to submit it. So you could do 1 question a day, or you could do all 5 in one day. Bye guys, and we miss you.